Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. It's a quick tutorial on how to do the ladder stitch. Now this is a hand sewing technique where you can sew your seams shut on a pillow, or if you're working on, say, an amigurumi plush and you want to hide your stitches, you don't want them visible along that seam, then the ladder stitch is the greatest option for doing that. As you sew the gap closed, then your stitches magically get buried in there. So what I would do is I would grab your project, grab your needle and thread, get that all ready to go, and then come on back and I will do that demonstration. Okay, so the idea with the ladder stitch is you're going to take your needle and you're going to alternate between the side that's closest to you and the side that's furthest away from you. And as you create your stitches, you'll see the stitches form here and it looks like a ladder, like steps on a ladder. And as you pull those stitches closed, then the stitches become buried underneath that seam, and that's where they disappear from. So with your needle and thread, you're going to start by finding that last stitch that's on your project, and you're going to insert your needle into the side that's away from you, and you're going to go from the inside and out as close to that stitch as possible. And you're going to go towards the top of that side. Okay, so if you can see where that needle is. So again, you're starting in on the side that's furthest away from you, and you're inserting your needle right beside that last stitch, and it's near the top of that side. You're going from the inside and out. So just pull through from there, and your knot should stop right there. Now take the thread tails and just stuff them into your project, into your pillow, and they should stay down from there. Now make sure that the edges of each side are together, and make sure that they are pulled tight at all times. Now you're going to use your thumb and your index finger to hold the two sides together as you sew each side. So with your thread being on the outside side, you're now going to insert your needle along the top of the side that's closest to you. So insert your needle at the top, and you're going to go along the top like so. Okay, so you're going along that top edge. And then you're just going to pull it out from there. So now you're on the side that's facing you. Then you're going to do the same thing on the side that's away from you. You're just going to insert your needle along the top edge of that side, on the side that's facing away from you. And then you're going to pull through and hope that you don't create a little knot there. There we go. And you're going to pull through. So there's your first two stitches. And as I said, they look like a ladder, right? So let's do one more stitch, and we're going to go back onto the side that's closest to you. And make sure those edges are together and even. So insert your needle into that top ledge and pull across from there. Now what I want you to do is just take a minute, grab your thread and gently pull. And the stitches that were there have now disappeared. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the edge that's away from you, and put your stitch along that top edge. And you're going to keep doing this all the way down until you get to the edge. Now, every 2 or 3 stitches, I would stop. I would recommend stopping and pulling your thread to pull those stitches closed as you go. If you wait until you do it at the end, it might take a while to catch everything back up. So every 2 or 3 stitches, I would stop, gently pull this closed until you get to the end. So I want you to alternate between the front and the back, putting your stitch along the top. And when you get to the end, I will join back and show you how to fasten off. Okay, so we're at the end, and I want you to just double check and make sure that there isn't any gap at the end. If you want to go another stitch beyond, just to make sure that that last bit of that gap on this side is closed, then please feel free to do that. Now to fasten off, it's quite simple. You're just going to insert your needle on the opposite side of where you're finished. So I finished on that outer side. So I'm going to insert my needle on the inside, on the side that's closest to me. I'm going to insert my needle through, and then I'm going to put my needle through to knot it. I'm going to pull it tight, and then I'm going to bury the thread by taking my needle and inserting it down that seam. Okay, so you can see I'm burying it. I'm putting it down that seam, and I'm going to come out the side right about there. I'm going to pull through and give it a good little tug so that the thread is pulled all the way in. And then you just need to take a pair of scissors and cut close to the pillow, and you are done. And then you can just shape your pillow or your cushion or whatever you're working on, just kind of shape the stuffing like so, and then you're finished. So if you have any questions or if you need any help, please don't hesitate to reach out, and thank you so much for watching.